talking to you, doing a little live here. Going to spend some time over the next several weeks talking about how to be an effective pastor. And one of the things that I think we need as being effective pastors are what we call disciplines, or the self discipline things that a pastor does. So, want to invite you to join me. I'll be posting these up in several different places. But if you see the kind of the toolboxes in the background, it's sort of be our little motif for right now. If you were to run a mechanic shop, you'd have to have good tools. You'd have to have tools that worked and were clean and were put away in the right place. You'd have to have all those kind of things. That's a important thing for any mechanic shop or garage to have. You'd also have to have some good equipment. We've got a lift here, kind of, make sure your lift and everything is working right, chain hoist, whatever it happens to be. You'd have to have good equipment. You'd also have to keep the place clean. In other words, you have to have, relatively, the place looking decent so you can walk around, find stuff. When customers come, they're not totally like freaked out because it's such a messy place. And another discipline that a mechanic would have to have is they'd have to learn to keep a schedule. If you're going to be working on somebody's vehicle, and you can, tell them when to bring it in and you're going to have it done and all that, you're going to have a lot more business than if it's just like, we'll bring it by sometime, we'll get to it when we get to it. I have a mechanic shop in town that I deal with. And you set an appointment with them, they tell you to come in at 2 o'clock next Wednesday, and the job will take about 2 hours. So by 4 o'clock, you'll be able to come get your vehicle. If there's any delays, we'll let you know. That type of thing. Man, it is great to work with those people. I have some other people that have taken things too. It's like, well, we'll get to it sometime this week. Well, that's frustrating. And if you don't have the self discipline to run a good mechanic shop, okay, you're not going to be in business very long as a mechanic. If you don't have the self disciplines, the daily disciplines that effective pastor needs, you're not going to be in business very long. People just not going to come. Okay, it's not because you're preaching or the Bible or that kind of stuff. It's going to be because there's things that we have failed at. So I want you to join me, if you would, over the next several weeks as we kind of go through some of these things. Going to spend some time talking about these disciplines and what they would be. These are things that a pastor can do every single day. These are not spiritual things. Those are not like praying and Bible reading, although we will touch on that topic because it is important for those to happen. But these are physical things that you can do every single day, and they will help you be a better pastor. So there's about 6 or 7 very specific things that all effective pastors do these things, and we're going to be going through those. So I would like for you to join us. If this is helpful for you, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so when we do this again live, these come up and you'll know that we are doing it. Also, make sure that you are a regular listener and a sharer. I mean, if you're the person that shares things, we appreciate that very much. Take time to share this with some of the other pastors that you know about. So anyway, this is Mike Holmes at reachkeep.com. Glad you could join me today in the shop as we're going to talk about the daily habits of an effective pastor. So look forward to seeing you, and we'll catch you next time. God bless. Bye. All right. And now my shutting off button disappeared.